Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central.
Mike says, we're hot.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hot. He's not.
No, he's not. He's getting that way here pretty darn quick.
From Studio A at the world-famous Sugar Shack in Texas, USA, it's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Coming up, Mitch Scher, CEO of DriveDown. We'll also have the upcoming events calendar. Mr. Mars reviews the Chrysler Pacifica Minivan. It's not mini anymore, but I guess they still call it that. Plus, you'll hear the stories making automotive news headlines. And then also at the bottom of the hour, we talk about high schoolers and solar cars. They got some sort of competition going on. We're going to find out about that.
Yeah.
We got all sorts of stuff coming up for you in the next 3 hours on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Howdy and a good Saturday morning to you for our live broadcast and our live broadcast viewers and listeners. Joining us at the dais this morning is Mike Out of This World Mars. Can't get his computer working, a brand new computer. And then we have over
here outer net because his internet don't work.
Yeah, his internet don't work. So we're on the outer net. We have over here King Conrad DeLong. We always need more Jeff Zekin. And I'm George Goebel.
There you go, George.
What did George do?
George was an actor.
Wasn't he in Hollywood Squares and Password?
I know, but
that's
what
retirement side.
What got him there? That's what I want to
He
know.
was related to somebody.
We don't really care because this is a car show, but I just came up with the name.
Yeah, there you go. George.
Think about it, though. Betty White was also on all of that stuff at the same time.
That was like before they all retired. George Goebel was an actor of some sort.
I think he was an actor on the radio or had a radio show
like that,
back in the radio days.
I think he had a car talk show back
the George Goebel Car Talk Show. At any rate, thank you for joining us today. We were going to have Mitch Scher, but he's not joining us at the moment because Mr. Mars' brand new computer can't hook up to the internet now. When we were not on the air,
everything worked.
Everything worked just fine.
Man, it was
but
blowing and going.
The ghosts of the Mars mess
of the Sugar Shack
here at the Sugar Shack took over, and it ain't happening. Anyway.
The spirits of the Sugar Shack.
Spirits of the Sugar Shack. I like it. It has it has some sort of alcohol kind of
sugar spirits.
Kind of a little lean in it.
You gotta be careful your sugar, content, sugar intake. Be careful.
So this week, I finally said goodbye to the Kia EV6, which I'll review in real, but later on. But the Kia EV6, wow,
you
what
liked
a
it.
car. Oh, my God. Let me see. Let me give you the price of that
And I
thing.
didn't hear you fuss much about charging.
No, I didn't. And, I did not have a charger. The car did not come with a plug-in-the-house 110-volt charger. It didn't come with one. I even emailed up north where they take care of the press cars. They said, oh, we don't have one. Car doesn't have one. You have to take it to a charging
Whole
station.
Foods or whoever.
Yeah, and that's what I did, which has a double story. So I took it up there and charged it for 30 minutes, and it got up to 80%.
And bought a lasagna.
Pardon me?
And bought a lasagna while you were
I
there.
did not buy a lasagna, but I'll tell you what. I'm not used to all of the earthy things that they have at Whole Foods. And they have brands that I never even knew existed. But almost all of the stuff that they have there.
Organic.
And like potato chips, twice as expensive as HEB.
That's the organic way.
So I looked up Whole Foods. And I said, how much more is Whole Foods than a regular grocery store?
40%.
And they said 20% on the review on the phone. Show me something that's only 20% more than the HEB that I go to. I couldn't find it. Maybe it's hidden in the back somewhere, but at any rate. So I had a wonderful experience. I went up and down all of the aisles and looked to see what they had. And it's a very different kind of grocery store.
Spend any money?
Not a dime. Other than
the charging
station, which I think cost me for 30 minutes, it was like $8.
But that gave you an 80% charge.
80% charge.
which is good for 200 miles.
Yeah, about. And I plugged it in at work during the day when I was there, a 110 volt thing,
How'd you plug it in if you didn't have a plug-in charger?
because the
They
chart
have one.
they have that's what it comes with at work. It has a cord that you pull out of the machine and you stick it in your car.
So it's got the USCI
At work,
plug-in
not on the
at
car.
work, right?
Yeah.
Not the Tesla plug.
Not the Tesla, although they have a Tesla plug
Adapter.
next to it. Yeah, but that's all going to go away. It's all going to be a Tesla plug eventually.
Yeah, I think we talked about that last week. on the
Correct.
show.
We did. Yeah, we did. So at any rate, Mr. Mars, do we have our guest?
We got
Yes,
a
sir.
guy.
We got a guy.
We got a guy.
We got a guy.
I
Is
know
it-
a
is it
guy.
going to work this time? Thank you, Conrad.
Could you pull your
Yeah.
microphone a little bit? Everybody adjust their
because
microphones. Because, we've only been doing this show for 11, 12 years now. And every time, everybody, I have to tell them, could you put the microphone where it's like up to your mouth instead of your neck?
We're not broadcast
All
Hall
right.
of Famers
Yeah.
like you are. Now.
Nah. So my guest right now is, his name is,
You forgot.
I forgot.
He's got to go
His
back.
name is Mitch Scher. And Mitch is the CEO of a company called DriveDown. Good morning, Mitch. How are you, sir?
I'm great. How are you?
Well, I'm sorry for the
Success.
introduction there. It's a confusing kind of morning. There was a lot of drinking done by all of us last night, so you just have to put up with it. I hope you understand.
How about you?
Sounds good.
How was your night last night?
It was good.
Did you get
Can't
get out and rebel rouse and carouse?
A little bit.
A little bit. That's good. Okay. Good answer. So, Mitch, I'm going to let you explain the company that you've created called DriveDown. You're the CEO of the company. And so what exactly is DriveDown?
So DriveDown is a curated automotive marketplace for enthusiast and collector cars. That's the short way of saying it. But yeah, basically it's just a place to buy and sell your enthusiast car where it has built-in negotiation. And the biggest thing is it saves you time. I'm a dentist by trade, and I collect cars, and I was trying to buy and sell cars as a hobby while practicing dentistry. And I just realized how much time it took trying to sell it privately on Auto Trader and even auctions and Facebook Marketplace. And the biggest thing is you list a car and then you get 50 responses saying, is it still available? Then you answer all those responses, and half of them just don't answer again, and then half of them just lowball you. And it's just a bunch of tire kickers and time wasters is what I always say. So I try to think of a way to make a company that could get rid of that. And I know every other company says like, okay, like hassle free and all that good stuff. But how ours works is you submit a car, we review it and see if it's a good fit for the marketing we do in our platform. And then if we accept it, we agree on a reserve price with the seller. That reserve price is the 7th-day price. And how ours works is it's kind of a reverse Dutch auction style. So it starts at a high price, and then each day it drops until someone buys it for 7 days. So it'll hit that reserve and then it stops. So you can buy it today for the high price, or you can wait till tomorrow and it's a lower price, but you risk missing out on it. So instead of people being able to say, hey, would you take, say it's listed at $50,000, like, hey, would you take 45,000? Instead of just saying yes, you can say, hey, sure, but you have to wait 5 days and someone else might buy it before you. So it's kind of just an accelerated, very transparent, built-in negotiation.
Okay, let me ask you a question. So what is the difference between what you've got at DriveDown and, say, Hemmings? Because Hemmings has a marketplace. So give me the difference.
So some of those big marketplaces and auctions, so auctions are totally different, and there's issues we've seen with that. I mean, some of the big auction places like Bring a Trailer, it takes 8 to 10 weeks to even get on there. And people are trying to sell their car quicker than that. And also with auctions, you have to have at least 2 people in the room during those last 2 minutes. If you don't, then it's not going to get bid up. And then also they all have anti-sniping. So what happens is if you bid in the last 2 minutes, it keeps adding 2 minutes, and everyone waits till the end. So there have been times where I wanted to bid on a car and say it ends at 2:30, and I'm like, perfect, that's right between two of my patients. It's all of a sudden 3:15, and the auction's still going because everyone's just waiting to the last second to bid because they want other people to have to go see a patient, have to get on a plane, have to go to a meeting.
Which is kind of the eBay way of doing things. I've bought stuff on eBay, and I'm one of those that waits till the last minute, makes that last bid.
So Mitch, when you said that this is discounted, the 7 days is the maximum price. Is there a percentage per day in those 7 days that it drops in price, or is it just a number?
Yeah, so it's tiered. Basically, for a round of $50,000 car, it's $1,000 a day. For $25,000 car, it's around $750 a day. For $75,000 car, it's around $1,250 a day. $100,000, $1,500, and so on.
Okay.
You got it's kind of like an algorithm or something that calculates whatever percentages you've built into it.
Correct. And it's all transparent. It shows a price bar right below the main pictures, and it shows and so the cool thing is, hey, if something's listed at 50 and it's going to get down to 45, and if 45 is something you can afford, then you're going to watch that car. And then we also have what's called a proxy offer. So you can kind of put in an offer and set it and forget it. So say you're only willing to pay 45, but you don't want to be at your computer at 4 p.m. in 5 days when it drops to that, if it does. So you can put in a proxy offer for 45 now, and then if it gets to that price, it'll automatically trigger and you'll get the car without having to be at your computer. So again, it's saving you time. You don't have to be at your computer the whole time, and it's all built in.
What if there's multiple proxies? Say there's three of us that say, I'll buy that car at 45 if it gets down to that. Is there a way to differentiate between those three?
Yes. So there's tie breaking. So you can actually put in a proxy offer for $45,000 and $1. You can put it for $45,000 and $10. So price is the trumps everything. But then if there's two people with exactly 45,000, it's first come, first serve. So the computer just knows.
It knows what date it came in.
I got you.
That makes sense. So if I look at it at that $50,000 car, basically I know it's not going to go any higher.
But you can. So we've had two cars that people put in proxy offers above the first day price because it was something that was priced very well. They wanted it. It was in their location in their city. And they were like, these don't come through my city much. I'm going to just put in a proxy offer for above that first day price. Well, it starts in coming soon, by the way. There's a couple of days before it actually goes live. So in coming soon, you can put in a proxy offer for any amount above the 7th day price, including a price above the first day price.
So that $50,000 car, I decide I want that, and I'm willing to pay 55, and I put in the offer when the coming soon. So when the process starts, I'm already setting at 55. Is that going to look at me first?
No, so it won't trigger until it starts and hits that 50, because it won't know. I mean, we want everyone to be able to put in an offer first. So you just have to put in your highest and best. You shouldn't have to deal with other people. It's just whatever you're willing to pay and wouldn't be upset losing it for. That's what you put in.
Right. But
so
go ahead. I'm sorry.
If you put in a $55,000 offer and someone else put in a $55,000 and 50 offer and wins the car, I mean, hopefully you won't be upset because we want you to put in your best offer.
So the process is going to start for a certain amount of time, no matter what.
You mean before, in coming soon?
Well, no, okay, so I put in the $55,000 offer, and then during the coming soon, whenever you accept the proxies. So when the auction, I hate to use the term auction because it doesn't sound like an auction.
Yeah, no, we don't say auction or bid anywhere on our site.
So what do you call it? Just a listing. Listing. Okay, so
it's called a listing. Yeah.
So the listing goes live and starts its 7-day count process. So at what point does the process say, okay, I've got a guy out here that's willing to get 55 for a $50,000 car?
Right when it hits 50. So that first day, anytime you trigger, anytime a price is triggered below your proxy is triggered. So if you have 55, then once it hits 50 on that first day, it's going to trigger.
Okay.
And then that
closes the listing at that point?
Done.
Okay.
It takes it literally, takes it away, moves it to past listings and says it's purchased.
That one's sold. That one's gone. So the listing may only be up there for a day if there's
Correct.
something. Okay. That's
that's
what I
ideal.
was wondering about.
Or less than.
Yeah. So that's another cool thing. We can get your listing on. If you send us a car and pictures, we can have it in coming soon the next day. And then we like to have it in coming soon for 2 to 3 days so we can market it and make sure we have the full audience for that first day. So you could potentially have your car sold in 4 days from the day you send us stuff, as opposed to the competitors where it could be months. And again, you have no control and you need twice the buyer pool because again, you need at least two people in the room at the same time. Ours, you need one person that either wants the car or is afraid of someone else buying the car and the fear of missing out.
And how do you make your money?
How do we make our money?
Yeah.
So it's the industry standard of these online auction places and marketplaces. We charge a 5% buyer's fee. So if the car is $50,000, it's going to, when you click buy now, it's going to say that it's going to charge you $2,500 on your credit card. And then you owe the $50,000 directly to the seller.
So
we don't charge the seller anything.
Your profits come from the seller or from the buyer, not from the seller.
Correct. Okay. Which is the industry standard. So like Bring a Trailer, P-Car Market, all of them, Cars and Bids, they all just charge the buyer. They also charge the seller a little bit, but we want to make it free for sellers and make it a no-brainer. It's like, why would you ever try to sell your car yourself when you have to deal with all this, when we think we can get you that incremental value higher than the 5% because of our marketing channels and sponsorships,
and
plus all the work for you.
And how picky are you? Not picky, but how selective are you about what you'll accept for your
for sale?
Sale.
So it's more what we think that our marketing can help. So it depends. I mean, so like a 5-year-old F-150, great car, but we don't think we have the correct audience to really add value to it. So something like that wouldn't be great. But any BMW M car, any Porsche,
a C5 Corvette.
Yeah, any Corvette. It could be Miatas. Anything that's like kind of there's a cult following for.
You're not really going to find it on the dealer's lot all the time, very often, in other words.
Yeah, I'm on the site, and you've got an MGBG or an MGB listed on there, which I think is kind of cool.
So with this being, Mike's talking pricing, so if it's a $55,000 vehicle and you have to pay a percentage of that as the buyer, it's advantageous to wait those days because you only got 55. Have that price drop, you pay your percentage on the credit card, but you're still within your own budget of that 55. Makes sense?
But the hope is that, well, not the hope for that person, but the hope for the seller and us is that it sells
quickly. Yeah.
So someone else might think it's worth 57. Mm-hmm. Is that what you're saying? Like if 55 was towards the end?
Right.
Yeah. So you have to worry about other people seeing the value higher than that.
Yeah. And somebody's going to buy it out from under you.
Well, I was thinking the percentage.
At the end of the day, the concept of submitting a car, us accepting it, charging the buyer's fee, that's already out there. Mm-hmm. Like our competitors already have that. And then as far as price dropping, it's the same as a dealership. It's the same as a house.
Right.
A dealership lists a car for $50,000, but after 2 weeks, they finally lower the price if it didn't sell. So both things are already very proven concepts historically. And we just are the first ones to actually mesh them together and just create something that, again, we think is disrupting the market. And I mean, we're new, but it's working. And
different way of packaging it.
So it's DriveDownCars.com?
Correct.
DriveDownCars.com. And are you located in Cleveland?
Yes.
That's Cleveland, Ohio, not Cleveland, Texas. So I've got a toothache, and I was thinking maybe I could stop by later on, maybe in the week sometime, and you could take a look at it.
Do you give discounts? You buy from us, you get a free cleaning or something, or?
Sure.
Well, think about this. While he's doing the root canal, he's thinking about some guy's 911 he's selling.
That's exactly.
Yeah. So we had a lot of local press, and like a lot of my patients came in that next week. They're like, "Oh, we saw you're in the paper and we saw you on Cleveland.com." And I'm like, "Yep, that's me."
Well, now you can say you've been on InWheelTime.com.
And then you say, "Hey, you got a cool car you want to sell?"
Yeah. It was like the article's name was like Northeast Ohio dentist like figures out a new way to sell cars.
There you go.
Yeah,
well, my daughter and my daughter-in-law are in
Okay, so
field.
what is the favorite car in your collection at home in the garage?
I have a 997.1 Porsche GT3.
Oh, fun car.
Yeah. Well, dentistry been real good to me. Apparently so. Mitch, it's great to talk to you, my friend. Thank you so much, and best of luck on this. And what we'd like to do is, and maybe around Christmas time, let's call you again and see how things are going.
Love it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've posted your site up on our social media.
All right, Mitch.
Appreciate it.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
spending your Saturday morning with us. We appreciate you,
Second
sir.
Saturday.
And we'll talk to you.
Round two. Round two.
Yeah,
Second time's a charm, guys.
That's
All right.
exactly right. Thanks again, man. All right, Mitch.
What a great idea.
Interesting.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that better than eBay. Plus, you can use your credit card to hold it.
Well,
Well,
yeah, you credit card to
I mean,
ensure that
I
you're
think
gonna
when
pay.
you bid, you're committed.
Yeah, but if you put in the higher price deal and you got to pay your buyer's fee, you can do that with a credit card.
Yeah.
So boom, you're done. You don't have to worry,
Yeah,
and
but
it's
you still-
immediate.
Oh, and I was going to ask and didn't. Maybe we can ask him next time we have on. Does he have financing available through his?
Well, that would be for
site?
the
I
seller.
didn't see it on the site. Yeah, no,
he's just a mediator.
I understand that, but is that is
I'm
there,
sure he could direct you to his local bank.
does
Yeah.
he have?
At any rate. Okay, let's move on, shall we? Mr. Mars has a review this hour of the Chrysler Pacifica, which I didn't even know that they were still making the Chrysler Pacifica. I haven't had one in the press fleet in years, and Mars gets it.
Well, it's been a while since I got one too, and I was surprised to find out how many other manufacturers still have one. As far as the 2023 model goes, that you just don't hear about them anymore. Of course, everything's SUVs and EVs. But so Chrysler still does produce the Pacifica Minivan 2023 model. It comes in 4 trim levels. You can get the Touring, which is the base, but you can only get that in an ICE engine, a regular powertrain. The Touring L, the Limited, and the Pinnacle, you can opt up to a hybrid. And we happen to have the hybrid Pinnacle model. Now, one little note here. We were talking about, didn't know they sold 15 million Pacificas since 1980, or 15 million minivans since 1983. Chrysler has.
Yeah, well, that was.
I mean, that's a heck of a lot of minivans. But anyway, so this is the minivan. You can rig it to run 6 to 8 passengers, depending on how you situate the seats on it. We happen to have the 6-passenger. We had the second row bucket seats. And on the outside of this is the Pinnacle. So it's got the trim or the vent fillers that you find on the grills. They're all painted a gloss black with nice chrome trim rings around them. Looks really nice. This one came in the optional velvet red pearl paint we were talking about, Jeff. That's the color my mother's decided she wants to paint her van. Front, you're going to buy LED lighting all the way around it. Got a dual panoramic sunroof. Hands-free sliding doors and a lift gate. And it rolls on some nice 18-inch polished aluminum wheels.
I think your mom, it'd probably be cheaper for her to buy one of these than it would be to paint her
We're
old
not
van.
going to repaint her 2002 Honda minivan.
Please
for
continue
sure.
on and pay no attention to him.
The on the interior, you're going to find we had the Napa leather interior in the caramel color. Front bucket seats are heated and ventilated. Second row had bucket seats in it. Third row is a folding, and it's all part of the stow and go seating where everything folds down into the floor. On the second and third row gives you a nice flat surface there. Flat surface. We had the 10.1-inch Uconnect screen in the middle of it, and that's where you're going to find all your nav controls, your convenience controls, your 360-degree surround view camera, as well as the Uconnect Theater, which has streaming apps in it, such as Amazon Fire TV and Alexa. Going down the road, you can do all this stuff. We had the family camera in it because this is a family-type vehicle, 20 Harman Kardon speaker system. The Bluetooth on it, I wanted to note, is you can actually hook 2 phones to the Bluetooth at the same time, which I found was very unusual. Now, to make all this stuff go down the road, you got to have a 3.6-liter V6 hybrid engine or powertrain up underneath the hood. And it's backed by an EVT, which is their version of a CVT, electronic transmission. Now, the EPA says you should be looking for about 30 miles to the gallon combined in this vehicle on gas only. However, we have the hybrid, and I got 26.3 miles per gallon over 367.9 miles. Now, that's 62.4 miles of that was EV only. So the computer around town and stuff, it jumps from gas to battery back and forth. So it did about 62 miles of that. So overall, you should be getting at about 82 miles to the gallon between the EV and the gas, and that's a 500-mile range. Pack the family up, and you can go for 500 miles without stopping if you want to.
Is this a plug-in hybrid?
This is a plug-in hybrid. And it is a great people hauler. You know, loaded up with people, moved across the country. It's got all kinds of technology in it. The screens on the back of the front passengers and the back of the driver's seat. So the second row passengers have got video screens and they've got connectivity. This is a family vehicle if you're looking for something to go across country, and it's very nice if you're using it for other purposes. Now, the base model price on one of these is a $37,270. I mean, you can get into a Chrysler Pacifica at that price level, but if you want to step up into the Pinnacle, which is the higher priced trim level, base model on that's $59,995. Now, the as-tested price with all the few little options that we had, including the beautiful paint, $62,085 MSRP. So if you're looking for something to compare that to, you might look at the Kia Carnival, which baselines out at $34,565. The Toyota Sienna, $38,220, and the Honda Odyssey at $38,835. So there's several more that you can look at if you're looking for a minivan. And if you're looking for something to take the kids on vacation, take the family out, this is still one of the best, in my opinion, type of vehicles that you can get. And the Chrysler has got one of the biggest feature packages, I believe, than the others.
Versatile.
Did you have a lot to drink last night?
Not enough, apparently.
Apparently. Well, no, he's still all amped up about his new computer over there.
New computer.
Mike's a minivan kind of guy.
Well, I think, didn't you just come back from the White House this past week?
I was up there. Yeah, I was up there a couple of weeks ago. No,
Yeah,
we had a minivan that we put out.
Laying a few lines down.
So to speak.
Yeah.
Thank you. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In-Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and InWheelTime.com. 30-minute podcasts at your fingertips on over a dozen of the most popular podcast outlets around. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.
Everyone at the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In at the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, thank you for participating in the best cruise in around and look forward to seeing you again. You'll hear about the next cruise in date right here on In-Wheel Time. Next time you're in the West Houston Energy Corridor area, be sure and stop in at the original Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex at I-10 and Highway 6 or the Katy location on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard. When passing through Beaumont or College Station, stop in and have Loopy's award-winning beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. There's always a celebration at Loopy Tortilla. Loopy Tortilla founder Stan Holt and his wife Sheila are winning racers on the NHRA drag racing circuit and have a collection of hot rods and classics that everyone appreciates. Look for them at the next Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In. The date will be announced soon and will once again be held at the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex on 99 and Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 and Katy. We'll give you all the details right here on the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show and online. Donations benefit God's Garage. We'll see you then. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. The award-winning In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available on the most popular podcast channels out there in 30-minute episodes. We realize our 3-hour live show can be difficult to catch in its entirety, so now you can listen every day to a convenient, fresh 30-minute episode. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Audible, along with a dozen more. In-Wheel Time has the most informative automotive guest interviews and new car reviews, along with popular features including Conrad's Car Clinic and This Week in Auto History, along with automotive news headlines. Our live broadcast airs every Saturday, 8 to 11 Central on InWheelTime.com, the iHeart app, and on YouTube. Be sure to say hello when we're broadcasting from the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In, Autorama, and the Houston Auto Show, among others. Now, it's easier than ever to hear about all things automotive all week long. You're invited to join fellow car enthusiasts in becoming part of the ever-growing In-Wheel Time Car Talk family. Don't forget those 30-minute podcast episodes on your favorite podcast channel. That's it for this podcast episode of the In-Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.